This is Psalms 119:1. It says, Barak are the undefiled in the way. The undefiled. Barak are you. If you're undefiled, you're walking in the way. Scripture saying, Barak are you. But who walk in the Torah of Yahuwah. Barak is that one that walk in the way of the Most High. Psalms 119:27. Make me understand the way of your precepts. He's saying, make me. The Most High, you should be asking him to make you understand the way of your precepts. So shall I meditate on your words, wonderful, your wonderful works. We should meditate on his wonderful works. If not, we will forget his wonderful works, the things that he's done. Psalms 139:24. And see if there is any wicked way in me. Pray this prayer. Ask the Most High, is there any wicked way in me? Again, there's a right way and a wicked way. Right now we're focusing on the righteous way. And lead me in the way everlasting. See, this way has to be everlasting. There is no other way. This is the only way. You have to get this. This is what the scripture's saying. Now, for those that, again, don't understand the way, Christians will read this and have no idea what the way is. They don't know the way. And they'll call on another mighty one and say, this the way. Proverbs 4:11. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. The Most High taught his people, and we are to teach our children's children, as the scriptures say. The Most High taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. He leads his people in right paths. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp. We understand this commandment that he gives. It's not burdensome. It's not what those that believe you can't keep. That's not what it is. It's not a burdensome. It's a lamp. And the Torah is light. The law is light. Why do we need this Torah? Reproofs of the instructions are the way of life. This is the way that leads to life. This is the right way. This is the only way, once again. Proverbs 9:6. Forsake foolishness and live. Unfortunately, most people are not going to forsake foolishness, and they will die. But Proverbs 9:6 saying, forsake foolishness and live, and go in the way of understanding. Make sure you're walking in the way of understanding. Make sure you stay humble. When the Most High teach you, you don't get high-minded, puffed up with your knowledge. Make sure you stay humble. Make sure when you try to correct someone, you correct in love and not in a bragging type way. You know, I got mine and I don't care if you get yours. You should have. Don't be braggadocious about it. Don't make people feel bad because they don't know what you know. Instruct them in love and kindness. Correct them in love and kindness. Proverbs 10:29. The way of Yahuwah is strength for the upright. You understand this? The way of Yahuwah is strength. You're talking about Yasharal being powerful again. We can't be powerful again without walking in the way of Yahuwah. Without keeping his commandments, keeping his Torah, walking upright. But destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. Destruction coming to the workers of iniquity. And we have those that say they're working righteousness, but actually they're working in iniquity. Proverbs 15:19. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns. See, here's a way. Here's another way for the lazy man. It's like a hedge of thorns. But the way of the upright is a highway. Genesis 18:19. And we're going to see some of the echoes from what we read in Joshua. For I have known him, in order that he may command his children and his household after him, that they keep the way of Yahuwah to do righteousness. Here it is. You keep the way of Yahuwah to do righteousness. Without keeping the way, you cannot do righteousness. You don't know righteousness. Once again, you can't do something you don't know. Keep righteousness and justice, that Yahuwah may bring Abraham what he has spoken to him. There is a promise for this seed, for this man and his seed. And we are of his seed. And we are partakers of this promise. Exodus 18 and 20. And you teach them the statutes and the Torah, the statute and the laws, and show them the way. You see, they had to show each other the way so that they don't lose the way in which they must walk, and the work they must do. Once again, this is echoing the same thing we saw in Jasher. There is a way. There is a way we must walk. There is work we must do. And people today are not doing it. We have to understand, when the scripture is putting this much emphasis on the way, it's putting this much emphasis on the way. It's something special about this way. And there's something that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to show you something. Something happened with this way. And I will show it. Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send a malak before you to keep you in the way. Here's a malak being brought before them to keep them in the way, and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Again, even when the people, before we go into the wilderness, we have to follow the way. We have to walk in the way. And if we go off track, we're not going to make it to the wilderness, because we're going somewhere that we're not supposed to be. We will end up in an area we're not supposed to be in, and you will miss the wilderness. Deuteronomy 9 and 12. Then Yahuwah said to me, arise, go down quickly. We know this story. Go down quickly from here. Moshe getting the Torah, and the people are going crazy. For your people whom you brought out of Egypt have acted corruptly. They have quickly turned aside from the way. You see this? He showed them the way. They knew the way, but they didn't know what happened to Moshe. So they quickly turn aside from the way. You cannot turn aside from the way. And here they go, turning aside from the way which he commanded them. They have made themselves a molded image. Are you thinking about turning from the way of the Most High? Are you thinking about turning away from his commandments? If you're thinking about this, then the enemy has deceived you. Deuteronomy 9 and 16. And I looked, and behold, you had sinned against Yahuwah. You committed iniquity against Yahuwah, your mighty one, had made of yourself a molded calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way. You see, you can turn aside quickly from the way. Get the understanding, get the instructions, know the way, walk in the way, and all of a sudden turn away from the way. And there was others. I'm going to show there's others that turned us away from the way, tripped us up, put stumbling blocks before us. When we didn't know the way, when you don't know the way, another can lead you in a different way, which Yahuwah had not commanded. These people lead. There are people today in the world, teachers, pastors, ministers, elders, camp leaders, you name it, there are leading people in a way the Most High have not commanded us. And this will be, if they continue, it will be their destruction. Exodus 32 and 8. They have turned aside quickly. Here's the echo. Out of the way. They turned aside quickly out of the way which I command them. They made for themselves a molded calf and worshiped it. Now, how many times did you've seen this in the scripture? How many times have you read this, but never made the connection of the way they were supposed to be walking? Is this your first time understanding the way and that there is only one way and you and I have an opportunity to turn away from this way the Most High commanded us? If this the first time you've heard this, you have not been studying. They have made for themselves molded calf and worshipped it and offered it and said, "This is your mighty one, O Yasharal, that brought you out of the land of Egypt." They were saying, "This is the one that brought you out of the land." Deuteronomy 1:33. Who went in the way before you? This showing how the Most High went before the people to show the way that they should go, the way that they should travel. He lead us in a way and he lead us by the way we should go. And when we go another way, we're not following him. Once again, let me make sure I make sure you understand this. Moshe was the leader of the people. The Most High led all the people, Moshe and the people, and they followed him. And this is showing you how they followed him. Moshe didn't know which way to go, so he followed the Most High, and the people followed. So he went in the way before you. He went before them to search out a place for you to pitch your tents, to show you the way you should go, in the fire by day and in the cloud by night. So you see, that was the Most High leading them in the way that they should go. Is the Most High leading you in the way you should go? Are you following him? Are you truly following his word? He's left us his word. He left us the way. Are you following in that way? Is your heart in line with his heart? Is your eyes on his land the way his eyes is upon his land? Deuteronomy 8:2. These are questions you must answer. Ask yourself and answer them. And you shall remember that Yahuwah, your Elohim, led you all the way these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you and test you, to know what was in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. Of course, they were tested. Deuteronomy 11:26-28. Behold, I set before you the Most High. Listen, most people know this, but don't understand this. The Most High set before us Baraka and curse. The Baraka, if you obey the commandments of Yahuwah, your mighty one, which I command you today, and the curse, if you do not obey the commandments of Yahuwah, your Elohim. I don't care what anyone says. Anything other than this, you are in error. And here is your Christian churches in error, not teaching this, not believing this, not walking in this. And they skip this and go to the end of the book. It's funny. I saw someone leave a comment to someone and they said this. They don't know where to start reading in the Bible. The person told them to start in John. Why would you open a book at the end of the book? Please tell me, why would you do this? You buy a book, you read it from the beginning. Go to the beginning, Genesis 1:1, and start there. You will find your foundation there. He says, if you do not obey the commandments of Yahuwah, your mighty one, but turn aside from the way. Here we go. Here we're seeing it again over and over. And I'm not pulling out all the scriptures talking about the way. I just picked points here and there. I picked certain ones. I picked enough where you can understand there's something special about the way. We should be walking in the way. So he says, do not turn aside from the way which I command you today, to go after other mighty ones which you have not known. And this is something our people have done. We have gone after other mighty ones that our forefathers did not know. We're calling on other names our forefathers did not know. And it's funny. We're calling on these names, thinking we're calling on the Most High. Again, take heed, let no one deceive you. This is something each and every one of us have to do for ourselves.